One of the most important lessons that leaders in today's ongoing turbulence must learn is how to feed and water yourself. Think about it. You get up every morning to face a grueling pace, constant demands on your time, energy, and attention, a press of people that need your guidance and leadership, and a big worthy mission that you're trying to advance. It's a lot, and it doesn't end. It's not a sprint, it's a long loping marathon. Given all this, you simply have to take good care of yourself. After all, if you falter, if you give in or give out or give up, your mission falls by the wayside. The people that are depending on you, engaged with you in that mission, will falter or give in or give out or give up. You must feed and water yourself. What does that mean? At its essence, good feeding and watering means at least four things. First, it means that leaders must manage their energy. We each have 3 or 4 main sources of energy. Our physical energy. Managing that means taking good care of our mortal coil, eating well, sleeping enough, getting our checkups, staying mobile, and exercising in a way that we can do consistently. But we also have mental, intellectual energy. And to stay sharp, we have to be engaged with that, focused in that, not only in our work, but in the other rooms of our intellectual house that engage us. Third, we have emotional energy. We got to manage that, right? How we talk to ourselves, the tools we use to stay as balanced and even as we can going through our turbulent days, and to keep on talking to ourselves and engaging with ourselves emotionally in order to be our best selves with others. For many of us, there's a fourth source of energy we must manage. That's our spiritual energy. How do we access goodness as it exists all around us? How do we move that forward? How do we connect with our deepest ideals and values? We must feed and water ourselves by managing these sources of our energy. The second aspect of feeding and watering involves building in lots of recovery across the day, across the weeks, across the months and the seasons. We work hard. We work in a concentrated, focused way. And then we simply have to recover, breathe, turn our minds off, turn our attention to something else. Just take a big yoga breath. So we have to recover as well as stay focused. It's as important to feeding and watering as the very work we do. Third, feeding and watering involves playing to our stronger selves, right? Our values, our deep, deep, important idealistic goals, right? And being able to do that on a regular basis, as much as we can. And when we fall off the higher path, climbing back on with explicit intention, our doing that, leaders being able to keep on returning to the higher path and stay on it as much as possible, is a beacon for all those that look to them. The fourth aspect of feeding and watering ourselves is about seeing the poetry and accessing the joy in everyday life. We forget that great leaders throughout history have always drawn sustenance from doing this. Abraham Lincoln, for example, loved to sing bawdy songs or tell raunchy jokes, even in the midst of the bloodshed of the Civil War. The great Antarctic explorer Ernest Shackleton liked to quote Shakespeare to his men. The environmentalist Rachel Carson drew a lot of sustenance from playing with her cats every day or watching the birds glide overhead. Don't forget, there's great fuel and energy in the poetry and small joys of everyday life. Seek them out and use those aspects to feed and water yourself. And remember this, above all, the greatest gift you can give to your mission, to your own leadership path, to the people that look to you for your leadership, and to yourself, is to feed and water yourself well and often.